Appreciate you joining me today. We're going to be thinking about Solomon when it comes time to build the temple. Today's hymn, it is the hymn, O Worship the King.
O worship the King, O glorious above, and gratefully sing his wonderful love. Our shield and defender, the Ancient of Days, pavilioned in splendor and girded with praise.
Look at our passage now. This is 1 Kings chapter 5, verse 1. Now Hiram, king of Tyre, it's Hiram, king of Tyre, sent his servants to Solomon because he heard that they had appointed him king in place of his father. For Hiram had always loved David. Then Solomon sent to Hiram, saying, You know how my father David could not build a house for the name of the Lord his God because of the wars which were fought against him on every side, until the Lord put his foes under the soles of his feet. But now the Lord my God has given me rest on every side. There is neither adversary nor evil occurrence. Behold, I propose to build a house for the name of the Lord my God, as the Lord spoke to my father David, saying, Your son, whom I will set on your throne in your place, he shall build the house for my name. Now therefore, command that they cut down cedars for me from Lebanon, and my servants will be with your servants, and I will pay you wages for your servants according to whatever you say, for you know that there is none among us who has skill to cut timber like the Sidonians. So it was, when Hiram heard the words of Solomon, that he rejoiced greatly and said, Blessed be the Lord this day, for he has given David a wise son over this great people. I just like what Solomon says to Hiram, and to look at the language, especially there in verse 6. It says, My servants will be with your servants. And that they would help. They were asking for help, and they would help. And they would work together on this project. And it's a wonderful thing to have co-workers. And the Lord sends the disciples out 2 by 2. It's a wonderful thing to have co-workers, to have helpers. Might consider that idea. But also Solomon says he's not looking for something for nothing. And so he tells him, I will pay you wages for your servants according to whatever you say. You don't muzzle an ox while it treads out the grain. If it's in your power to do so, you do it. Here Solomon is, and obviously it's a time of great prosperity. And he's actually, there's an account a little later on where he gives Hiram a number of cities. And you can tell that that Solomon kind of cheaps out on the deal. And Hiram says, what's going on here, effectively? But here Solomon says the right thing. I'll pay you whatever you ask, whatever you say. And then he gives him a compliment. You know, there's none among us who has skill to cut timber like the Sidonians. Apparently, it's what they were known for, their reputation. Solomon recognizes it, and it's easier to catch flies with honey. He's asking for this. One hates to say favor, but it is somewhat of a favor, even though he's going to be paying for it. But I was thinking about the passage, and I've never thought about it before. Well, who is Hiram? Obviously, he knew David. Hiram is the king, as it says. Hiram is the king of Tyre. I suppose that would make Hiram Gentile. And I was thinking what a wonderful picture that is. That if that is correct, and by the way, he was a God-fearing man. You see it here in 1 Kings. You also see it in the Chronicles parallel with this. But even even here, notice what Hiram says towards the end. Blessed be the Lord this day. And you, like I said, you can read the parallel in Chronicles, and he talks about the Lord was the creator. That's who Hiram was. But I believe he would have been a Gentile. And if that is correct, being the king of Tyre, what a wonderful thing it was that Jews and Gentiles had a part in building the temple. So here's Solomon, and he sends a message, and Hiram says, we'll give you whatever you need. We'll cut them down, we're going to float them up, and then float them up on log rafts to wherever you tell us to put them, and the temple is going to be built. Oh, worship the King. Oh, worship the King. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good day. Join us tomorrow for another portion of our daily praise.